Yes, I'm in a cemetery. Because today, we are going to talk about reincarnation. Now, many cultures and religions around the world believe in reincarnation. There are many people that also experience remembering their past lives. Many children can remember memories from their previous lives, basically. Now, I'm bringing this up because the other day I saw an article on the internet talking about Boriska, or little Boris. Now, who is this? It's a 20-year-old guy now, but when he was a child, he supposedly could remember his past life, but his past life wasn't any ordinary past life. It wasn't even on this planet. Yeah, you heard me correctly. His past life was on Mars. But yeah, let's talk about this kid that is no longer a kid, actually. He's like 20 years old, and for some reason on the internet this article popped up again talking about this Russian kid that I saw like 9 years ago. Project Camelot, which is I think it's a YouTube channel, made a documentary about this kid a long time ago, and I actually watched it when it came out, and it was fascinating. It was super interesting. It got me looking into, reincarnation and past lives, and there are so many cases of young children and people, remembering their past lives. Now, the fascinating thing about this one is that he's actually remembering his past life on another planet. It's pretty cool. Now, I will leave a link down in the description of this video so you guys can check out the Project Camelot documentary. It's about an hour long, but it's very interesting. I definitely suggest you give it a watch. Now, Boris claims that he's here on Earth to stop a nuclear cataclysm, or basically a nuclear apocalypse. It's funny. Now, most of you probably know what's going on between North Korea and the United States. A lot of people are worried that nuclear war is going to break out. I personally don't believe that will happen, seeing as I don't think it's going to benefit anyone's pockets if nuclear war breaks out. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Another interesting thing to think about when looking into this story and looking into reincarnation and past lives, does that mean that we're like immortal and we live forever because we just our energy keeps going on forever and passing into different bodies, different shells? Do you remember your past life? I don't. I wish I did. That'd be really cool, but I don't. I really hope that I was something cool in my past life. Supposedly, Boris claims that he's not the only one of his kind here on Earth. That there are more people like Boris, and they are all here to do the same thing, and that is to help stop this nuclear cataclysm. So, what does this mean? If we can, reincarnate from an alien being, how many more people are there on the planet like Boris? So again, the spiritual and the paranormal are sort of intertwining. Like, this has been standing out in most of my videos. And like I said a million times, I'm not a spiritual person, so for me, this is like a learning experience, because I have to kind of open up my mind to try to understand how this could be possible. Now, ever since I saw the Project Camelot documentary about Boris, I tried to find more information on the kid, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find, new photos or up-to-date photos or any sort of media, interviews or anything. I just wanted to see if he was still saying the same thing, if he was still telling the same story. Beautiful day today. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect. So who is Boris now? That is the big question. If you guys have any information on this guy, which he's no longer a kid, please leave me a link down in the comments. I did stumble across a forum where they were speaking about him, and I heard two things. One thing is that they like contracted him, or they took him into a government sort of project, an 11 from Stranger Things sort of deal. And another thing I heard was that he sort of renounced talking about it, like he quit talking about it because he wanted to live like a normal life as a teenager, which would make sense. I think even if I was like a reborn alien or reincarnated alien, I'd still want to have, you know, a normal teenage life, because it's not like everyone around me would be having these similar experiences as me, and I, you know, want to fit in. Now, some signs that you are the reincarnated version of somebody else are that you dream about people and places that you've never been to. Maybe that you dream always of a certain time period, like you're always in the 1920s, or you're always in Egypt, and you're just like a normal person with friends and family. Also, scars. Sometimes people remember their past life and the way they died, and it has to do with a scar that they have in this current life that they're in. I heard a story of a kid who was a reincarnated version of a guy that actually got shot with a shotgun. Got a little dark there. Got shot with the shotgun in the side of the head, and the kid was born with like a deformed ear and sort of problems with the side of his face that the guy had shot himself on. Oh, this guy wasn't a Freemason or like Illuminati or anything. I mean, not at all. Psh, no way. Freemason? Psh. While I was walking there, I noticed this coffin is completely out in the open. And yeah. Boris also claims that his species, or his alien race on Mars, during a time they traveled to Earth and they would interact with the Egyptians. And he says that inside of the Sphinx there is a treasure or a secret. Now, to unlock that, he says there's an entrance behind the ear of the Sphinx. Now, I do know that there is a door on the top of the Sphinx, and he says inside of it, inside of the Sphinx, there's something that will unlock the secrets of the universe. Let's get this video to 1 billion thousand likes, and maybe I'll be able to visit the Sphinx, sneak into it, find the secret treasure, and unlock the mysteries of the universe. I'm just kidding. Let's just get it to like 10 likes. But I promise, if I ever make it to the Sphinx, I'm unlocking the secrets of the universe. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it.
The truth is, that really shows what happens.
If you came to prove, there's no reason to prove. And now you've got yourself something funky.